Hi, it's Ayusia here, and look what arrived today. I'm super excited. It's this the samples for my new rose stamp set. So I had a friend over, and my friend Nadine came over for lunch, and then the doorbell rang and the samples arrived. So we've been playing with them all afternoon. So I'm feeling very excited to share these with you. But I actually have, I filmed some of the process when I was making them, just a little bit. So I thought now would be a good time to show that video, just to see how these came to life. I have a few things I probably do need to tweak, but I'm really excited that these are going to be available soon, hopefully in time for if you wanted to buy them as a gift for Christmas for yourself or for somebody else. So here is the video of how these came to life. On and off, I have been working on a new stamp set. I'm still working on it. And I just thought I have a few things I need to tweak. So I thought that I would do that and maybe chat to you whilst I'm doing it. I'm working on a rose set, and I haven't sent it off yet to be made. I haven't submitted my artwork to the company yet, so I thought this would be a good opportunity actually to talk through a little bit of the process, but just part of my process. So far what I've been doing on and off for the past few weeks, I started a few months ago and then put it to the side and did something else, and then I came back to them, is just drawing roses. So trying out different designs from roses, and I'm excited because all the drawings are from photos that I've taken from the very beginning are mine. So all the drawings are from photos that I have taken, and yeah, so I just tended to just draw out images in pencil, then go over them with a pen line and then see what that looks like. And I didn't stick it down into the book because I thought I might need to scan these in. So yeah, that's what I did a while ago. So this I transferred onto watercolor paper because I want to paint that to see how that would work. I did that with a few of them. A lot of these actually didn't make it into my final rose design pack, even though I'm still deciding. This didn't make it in, although it's translated really well into a painted image, but as a stamp I think it looks probably a little bit confusing. Maybe, I don't know. That's the thing that takes me ages to figure out, is just what would work as a black and white image, because some stamps that we stamp on paper is just black and white, and also if you did want to add color to it, how would that work? I like this one, so this one's ended up, I think this one will be my final design. So yeah, so that's in black and white and that's in colour on watercolour paper. And this one I drew actually this way and then lined it out, and then when I turned the page I liked the the mirror image, so I've decided to I drew out the mirror image and I prefer it this way around. So and then what have I got in here? That's the flowers I was painting in my last video. And then this is one of the stamp designs, and that one as well. So that's me trying it out in colour. So then what I tend to do is, once I've decided, sketch things out quite a few times and then really think about where I'm going to put all the lines and if I'm going to put any shadows, how am I going to communicate that into a stamp? And then I scan them into the computer. This one I'm going to redo because the line, I think I used a 0.3mm pen, but the others I used a 0.5, which is bigger, so they translated better when I scanned them in. So this one I'm going to redo, and I'm so excited. I bought one of these I don't know what they're called. They're for tracing, for drawing stuff, tracing. It's not a light box, is it? Light box is for photography. I don't know what they're called, but tracing thing. So yeah, so these are the designs that I scanned in. So I just really drew them out. Again, it's much easier to trace. Now I have this light thing. It's so much easier to try out, to draw things out several times. So that's one of the designs that's that one. As I say, some of these did not make the final cut. This one I'm going to have to redo because the lines are too fine. I need a thicker pen. And that one. And then so I scan them into the process that I do. And I don't know if this is the right way of doing this. Just trial and error really on my part, like with my first stamp set. That's how I did it. And I've kind of become a teeny bit more organized this time around, I think. So scan them into the computer, into my laptop. And then what I then do is edit it a little bit, like if I want to increase the definition, you know, like in a photo editing program, the definition or the contrast or whatever, make sure it's a black and white image, because they do have to be, for your stamp design, has to be in black and white. And then I do I make it into a PNG, which is like an image that has no background. It's just easier. But suffice to say, I draw out my designs and then I scan them into my laptop, edit them a bit, and then put them in a set template that the stamp company sends. They're very specific about which size. So if you want an A5 stamp set, it's no, what I did the first time around, I sent in an A5 document thinking, oh, it'd be fine, but of course it wasn't. They had very specific measurements for an A5 stamp set. And then let's say you want I don't even know the sizes, like a 4x6 stamp set, they'll have measurements. So if you want an A4 stamp set, ginormous one, I think I'm going to do an A5 again this time round. And then I just sort of I do that in Photoshop. I move all the images that I've scanned in into one document and kind of decide on the placement and where I want to put things. And so that's where I've got to so far. I printed this out. I have no clue whether this is the right size. I don't know. This is my problem. I should have printed it out maybe onto an A5 piece of paper to see if it was roughly A5, but it's printed it out on A4, but I don't know. Anyway, it just gives me an idea, because also they have rules about the distance between one image and another, like this image and that image. The distance has to be no smaller than 7mm and all that kind of stuff. And it's handy to have it printed out, because then I can see, I know that I think I want this stamp to be a bit bigger. I probably want that to be smaller. And so I'm going to play around with that. But in the meantime, what I am going to do is redraw this stamp and that stamp, because the lines are too thin. Okay, so I'm just going to literally, you're going to just be watching me trace things really. But that's okay, I hope. Yes, so I hope this light is not going to be too bright. I've never filmed with that before. So let me find the images I want to... Oh, so yeah, you can see that this painted is that one. And then this one, which in fact I am going to redo, so that's handy. This one is that one. It's this one. So I need to redraw this because the lines are too thin. So I'm literally just using random copy paper, because I'm going to scan it in anyway. You see, look, isn't that exciting? I find that exciting, the way that's so easy to see. I'm not brave enough to go straight in with pen. In fact, I'm going to stick that down. I'm just going to go over it with pencil. I'm just going to trace it and then, yeah. Okay, I've done all of that now. I'm sorry about the lighting in here, by the way. I think it's quite dark because it's super overcast outside. It's a really rainy day. So yes, I don't know if there's a noticeable difference actually in the pen size. This is a 0.5mm and that was a 0.3. But I'll scan this in anyway and see, because I just thought that was coming across too fine on the paper there. That's that one. It's this one. And then this I redrew, that's that one. This one's a bit thicker, so that's a 0.5mm. So anyway, I'll go ahead and scan them in and then we shall see. That took, oh, you see, now I've turned that upside down. I quite like it that way up, but I think I'll keep it. It's supposed to go that way, but it could actually also work that way. But that's, I've got one already facing that way, so this is a rose that's going downwards. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and scan that in and then we'll see. Yes. Yeah, this would be, this is the template for the stamp set. So you can see sort of where all the different stamps will go. I did want to put some text in there, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough room. So I'm just going to keep playing around. Well, I might print it out again and see what it looks like on the page. And okay, so I've printed it out. Just helps me to have a better look at it. I don't think I've got the margins quite right. I think I need to leave more space from the ends and all that sort of stuff. And I'm going to play around and see if I can fit in some typewriter text in there. I've got the lyrics of a song that I wrote I wanted to put in about a rose garden, but I'm not sure. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've been able to get some sort of idea. But yeah, I just wanted to show you my process really from the beginnings of an idea and trying out different things, experimenting with paint and different sizes, to actually deciding on a finished design, scanning it in, and then creating it in the computer. So when I'm finally happy with everything, I will send it off to the company, and then they send me back a sample, and then if I want to tweak a few more things, and then we'll take it from there. Alrighty, thanks so much for joining me. Lots of love. Bye bye.